Telcoin has just secured a massive partnership with Uphold, and we're going to discuss why it is so important in today's video. Hey guys, Foxy is Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and we are back talking about Telcoin. So Telcoin Association is strengthening its institutional relationship with Uphold following Tel's recent listing. I don't know why they don't just call it a partnership, because that's really what it is. We know that Telcoin was listed on Uphold a couple weeks back. I made a video about it, why I really like Uphold. And now they want to strengthen it even more and build even deeper coordination, right? And they are just going to do great things in the future. So what I did for you guys is I made a little diagram like I usually do about what I think the most important points are. And now we're going to break it down step by step, point by point. And then we're going to look at market structure and how price is moving at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So let's get right into it. Why the Telcoin times Uphold relationship is extremely important. One, it gives Telcoin instant global on-ramps and off-ramps. So Uphold is one of the few compliant exchanges that operates in multiple regions, including the US, UK, EU, and Latin America. So this means more people can buy, sell, and move Telcoin legally and easily. Telcoin gets access to millions of Uphold users. Telcoin gets exposure beyond the typical DEX crowd. And for a project that is focused on real world financial rails, I would say this is pretty huge. Number two, strong compliance alignment equals long-term stability. Now, both Telcoin and Uphold emphasize these things: compliance, transparency, regulated access, and a trusted infrastructure. This alignment is exactly what Telcoin needs as they are trying to build a regulated global remittance and digital asset network. Okay, so strong compliance partners equals less regulatory friction, which will then entail faster adoption into the future. Number three, prepares for mainnet and global availability. So in their quote unquote strengthening relationship, they say, as Telcoin network moves toward mainnet and a broader global availability. Maybe I'll actually show you guys it where it says that right here, right? Telcoin mainnet and broader global availability. Okay, back to the slide. What does this mean? This signals that they're preparing for a big user growth. Telcoin wants trusted infrastructure in place before the mainnet expands. Uphold is giving them a ready-made compliant gateway for users across the entire world. Okay, this is Telcoin really setting the foundation before a major rollout. And I'm expecting this rollout to happen in 2026 during altcoin season. I think when altcoin season comes, I think Telcoin and many other cryptos likewise are really going to start ramping it up. Partnerships, news events, moves, everything is going to be going like crazy. Okay, number four, early traction equals strong market demand. So the post also mentions that literally exactly that early traction from our communities has been encouraging. So they are telling you that users are already interacting with Telcoin very, very strongly, right? There's a demand for Telcoin outside of its usual ecosystem, and the listing itself will boost that activity. Deeper integration equals more utility for Tel. Man, my pronunciation today is pretty bad. Okay, so this is, I would say this listing is just step one out of many steps that they are going to be producing for us, right? And this will be a strengthened institutional and coordination. It's going to lead to faster conversions, right? Fiat conversions, new trading pairs, possible integration with Telcoin's wallet, maybe global Telcoin liquidity for future services, things like that. Okay. And lastly, signals a shift towards institutional partnerships, right? Having one strong partner opens the gateway for more strong partners, because when you partner with somebody that is strong and important, other companies start to go, maybe we need to get in on this also. Let's have a look at this. Let's talk with the team. Let's see if we can make anything happen. So it is just very good for Telcoin. Now, also, price is very green. The markets are moving after the manipulation. We're going to discuss that very, very shortly. So we are up in price, up in market cap, down in volume. We are 87% bullish on the community sentiment and still waiting for many big exchanges. Okay, the charts. Let's break it down once again. What has happened very, very quickly before we go into a deeper dive, right? We have our fair value gap right here, our weekly, and our weekly fair value gap right here. And we are trading in the fair value gap, right? It's what I've been saying, that I think that price is most likely going to trade like this before an expansion to either side, right? And that is kind of what we are getting. Okay, that's on the weekly. Let's break it down now to the daily time frame. Okay, what is it giving us? Well, not much on the daily. So when there's not much on the daily, there's not too many zones that look interesting, we break it down even more for more accuracy. We go onto the 4 hourly. And on the 4 hourly, we can see we have formed this fair value gap, right? And all throughout here and here and here and here, many times, we have tapped into this fair value gap, respected it, and pushed a little bit higher up, right? Now we have created, once again, kind of our new trading box on a lower time frame, right? You can pretty much see price has bounced from the top to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, right? Hasn't done anything too crazy. There's not many zones in here, and there's not much going on. Now, what is the important take from all of this? I would say is that we are not closing below, right, this fair value gap, which is good, because that means a closure below would most likely indicate a push towards this zone. Now, maybe some people want that, right? And I understand why you would want it, if the reason for that is you want to be investing in this area, right? You want to get an even cheaper discounted price before the push to the upside. I totally get that. Now, my recommendation is that since we are holding this entire zone, that a purchase from here to here is very strong. As you can see, we are practically not passing the equilibrium. Equilibrium is just the advanced term for center line of this fair value gap, right? We can see pretty much price holding steady at this center line. So I would say the best buying opportunity would be in this area. Now, does that mean we 100% are not going to close below it and go down over here? It's uncertain. It's uncertain because the markets are heavily manipulated right now. So when I say that, we can look at Bitcoin. On Sunday evening, banks are closed, institutions are closed, exchanges trading hours are closed. And what do we get? We get a massive manipulation to the downside, even though we were trending up, right? Very interesting how that happens. And then price rebalances itself. It was just simply a manipulation. The market makers, the people in charge, the people with lots and lots of money that control the market, basically just agreed between each other to push it down, liquidate the market, reset the market, take shorts, make a bunch of money, and then let it rebalance itself, right? So it was manipulated. And we can see now how green everything is, right? Everything is pumping, including Telcoin slightly. Now, this is why I fear manipulation because you never know what's going to happen. This could happen or this could happen at any given moment. And especially because we are closing in at the end of the year, and I think the yearly candle for Bitcoin is going to be very important. And there's a lot of factors going into it, like lower highs, lower lows. Are we going to get altcoin season, which I do think we will? Then I feel like for the month of December, we might honestly have this box trading. And it might be a little bit boring, sure, but it will give everybody the opportunity that has not yet invested in Telcoin or in crypto to get in on your position. Okay. So I really wish I could give you some more crazy analysis, but price is kind of just looking boring-ish, and boring isn't always bad, but it just looks like we are trading in that box, right? So let's wait for either a closure below here, which I would say is more unlikely, or see how price tests this fair value gap, because if we get a lot of buying pressure, we could possibly break above and give us a push to the upside. Okay, so we will be adapting and waiting for what the market gives us. What else can we look at in the meantime, though, before I let everybody go? We can look at RSI very quickly. So RSI is actually oversold on the weekly, and on the daily, it's kind of undersold, getting to that middleman area. So I would not be surprised if price goes down a little bit. Not that one. Price goes down a little bit, right? This maybe rebalances to go lower. And on the weekly, we rebalance into the middle before pushing up even higher. So that is pretty much everything for market analysis. You guys know my opinions, where to buy, what to look out for, how the market is moving. If you have any questions at all, questions, concerns, if you just want to comment Telcoin to the moon, comment it down below. Like the video up, subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you guys do your own research because I am not a financial advisor. And I'll see everybody in the next video.